Welcome to the online library project where we learn English and spend our time comfortably and usefully. Today we are going to learn what trees grow in our native place. We are going to learn new words on describing nature and practice the first conditional. Here are some questions for you. What do you think? Why are trees important for human life? Do trees help us in any way? Is planting a noble task? Why? Can you name the trees that grow in your native place? Trees are very important. There are many reasons why we must plant trees. Trees remove carbon dioxide. They reduce erosion, reduc eroziunea. Trees prevent from flooding, previn inundațiile. They add oxygen. Trees cool our houses. Some trees provide medicine. Some trees provide fruit. If we plant trees, we save our earth. This is how important the trees are. In the Republic of Moldova, we have many types of trees. The most common trees in the woods, forests and parks are willow trees, birch trees, acacia trees, poplar trees, maple trees, beech, linden or oak trees. When you walk on alleys lined with linden, the fragrance is amazing. Let us learn some more words. Here we have the word bank and the words fragrance, path, trill, pheasant, litter, glade, marten, bower, ancient, majestic, mysterious, unfortunately. Let's begin with the first word. It is fragrance, mireasmă, fragrance. The next word is path, cărare. Trill, trilul păsărilor. Pheasant, fazan. Litter, gunoi. Glade, poiană. Marten, jder. Bower, mistreț. Ancient, vechi, antic. Majestic, majestuos. Mysterious, misterios, enigmatic. Unfortunately, din păcate, and we have the word fortunately, spre fericire. They are antonyms. Unfortunately, fortunately. Let us practice some of the new words. Look at this exercise. We are going to match the adjectives from column A with the nouns in column B. Let us go with the first adjective, shadowy. What can be shadowy? It can be a shadowy forest or a shadowy tree. Winding, a winding path. Șerpuitoare, o cărare șerpuitoare, winding path. The next word is ancient. It can be an ancient town or an ancient tree, why not? The next word is large. You can say a large country. It can also be a large town or glade or forest or orchard. Beautiful. A beautiful story. But beautiful can be, and a town can be beautiful, and it can be a glade, very beautiful. So in a way, all the nouns in column B can go with the word beautiful, right? Next we have colorful. A colorful glade, a colorful orchard, or even a colorful planet. Rich. A rich orchard. It could be a rich town, a rich country. Next is majestic. A majestic tree. It can also be a majestic forest, why not? And the last one is lifeless. Fără de viață, lifeless. A lifeless planet or a lifeless town. Do you have any other combinations? Now let us complete the sentences with the words ancient, mysterious, winding, majestic, and glades from the leaf. So the first sentence, one can see colorful flowers in sunny glades. Right, Joa, because we need a noun. Next sentence, orheiul vechi is an, and we need here an adjective that starts with a vowel, and in our leaf we have just one adjective that starts with a noun. It is the word ancient. So the correct sentence, orheiul vechi is an ancient town. Sentence number 3. It is pleasant to walk along, and here we need an adjective that describes the paths, and we know the word winding. So the sentence, it is pleasant to walk along winding paths. Sentence number 4. There, and we need here an adjective to describe the Codrii. So the majestic Codrii make a good shelter for people on hot summer days. And the last one, tourists admire the mysterious view of the countryside. Now we are going to read a text about our majestic Codrii. The Codrii. There are several things that make life on earth possible. Forests are among them. They are a major source of oxygen for the air we breathe. The Earth would probably be a totally lifeless planet without forests. We, Moldovans, are lucky to have on this tiny piece of land the cool and shadowy Codrii. The Codrii are hills and valleys covered with forests. Ancient oaks make them look majestic and mysterious. Here we can see poplars, maple trees, and the tallest beech with branches as long as 27 meters. There are sunny spots surrounded with acacia and linden trees. The Codrii mean rich orchards and vineyards, ancient villages, streams lined with willows, sweet fragrance of flowers and trills of birds. Winding paths lead to beautiful glades with colorful flowers. Old people still remember the times with a lot of roes, wild boars, foxes, wolves, martens, and pheasants lived in this area. Unfortunately, most of them have disappeared. Our duty is to protect the Codrii for future generations. It is really important to protect our Codrii, our forests. Unfortunately, people do not pay attention to nature very much, and there is a lot of litter in our parks, woods, and the Codrii. Many animals eat the plastic we throw and get very sick. Foresters pay a lot of attention to keeping the forests, parks and woods clean, but it is the people who throw the litter. Do you keep the parks, woods or the Codrii clean? Now let us see whether you are friends with nature. Do you feed birds and animals in winter? The birds and animals suffer a lot in winter because it is difficult to find food in the snow. We often build bird houses where we can put pieces of bread and the birds can have food to eat. What do you do when someone hurts a bird or an animal? Every one of us has to protect the birds and the animals. We must be friends with nature. If someone hurts a bird or an animal, we must stop them by asking to stop and be kinder or even call the police. How many trees have you planted? I think that if you are at school, you have participated in school projects where you have planted at least a tree, and that makes you a good person. Have you ever cleaned a spring? Izvor. Spring izvor. Every community has a river nearby. It is our duty, our obligation to keep it clean because it gives us water and it is the house to many animals and birds. How do you leave your picnicking places? Unfortunately, many people leave a lot of litter after they picnic. It is our obligation to keep nature clean. So, if you go picnicking, please clean after yourself. What do you do with the litter? People have to recycle and throw the litter in specially placed garbage bins. It is important to recycle our litter. Now, let us make a story by joining the parts of the sentences by applying the conditional clauses rules. Remember the conditional clauses. In the conditional clause, we do not use the future simple will, but the present simple, and in the result clause, we use the future simple. When I go to the forest, I'll take a basket. If I see a beautiful flower, I'll admire it. If I find good mushrooms, I'll put them into my basket. If I see a hedgehog, I won't frighten it. Nu-l voi speria. I won't frighten it. If I meet a fox, I won't be afraid of it. When I hear the trill of a bird, I'll stop to listen to it. If I find berries, dacă găsesc pomușoare, if I find berries, I'll eat some. When I am tired, I'll sit on the grass. When I come home, I'll give the mushrooms to my mom. Now let us complete the sentences and say what Nick will do at the weekend. Be careful that after if In a conditional clause, we never use will. If it rains, I will stay at home. If the weather is fine, I will go to the forest. If my parents are at home, I will go to the forest with them. If my cousin comes on a visit, I will take a basket for picking mushrooms from the forest. If I have a lot of homework, I will do it all in the morning. If we go for a picnic, I will pick all the litter. What about your answers? Are they similar? Today we have learned about our Moldovan Codrii and how important it is to keep our forests, parks and woods clean. There are many projects you can participate in together with your classmates and plant a tree and get oxygen for free. We can all help our nature if we do not throw litter and we plant trees. Manage a project. I dare you.